on this week's GTA 5 o'clock. All the details on exclusive content for returning players. GTA San Andreas re-released on Xbox 360. Pre-order the PlayStation 4 version from the store and get a special reward. Plus, get your diaries out and stick around for the end of the show. Welcome to this week's GTA 5 o'clock. Hello and welcome to this week's GTA 5 o'clock. I'm your host James Jarvis and I'm joined, now seemingly as ever, by co-host Ian Wilson, Mr. Trophy.
Hello there.
Hello there. Dan is on holiday this week.
Yeah, unbelievable.
But don't worry, he will be back next week. I can guarantee that.
Yes.
And you should stay tuned to the end for more announcements about that. It's very exciting. But, Trove, the hype train has officially left the station.
It has indeed.
GTA 5 on new-gen machines is only 3 weeks away, and yesterday Rockstar posted on the Newswire the details on exclusive content for returning players to people who have played it on 360 and PS3 who are now going to return on PS4 and Xbox One and PC later on down the line. So if you missed it, we're just going to go through them quickly now and add in a few more details which you may not have discovered, and then we've got some more things later on about San Andreas and other things that you definitely want to stay tuned for. So let's crack straight on. Rockstar say that one of the new things you're going to be getting is new events and rewards, which is very exciting. Now, some of this stuff we already knew about. We have covered in previous shows that when they first announced that you will be getting exclusive content for returning players, we went through what they are. Mm-hmm. We went through what they were then, but now we've got more details about them. So, if you want to unlock the dodo, you have to do something quite special or unique, right, Trove?
It seems that way, yeah. We've got a few clues that Rockstar have given for locating this seaplane. On one announcement they said that you need to scour the coastline to find the plane, and it looks, the picture with that looks like it's kind of flying maybe over the Zancudo River.
Could be.
And then the other clue says it may take a little firepower to get your hands on this highly versatile GTA classic. And again, the picture for that one is kind of flying towards the pier. Yeah. With a big cruise ship underneath it. Interesting
thing about this screenshot, and all these screenshots are from the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions. It says that on the website. PC screenshots are coming, but at a later date. We've got 8 new screenshots that were in this release, and this screenshot of the dodo and the cruise ship, sea cruise boat.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's from one of the Daddy's Little Girl missions which you play as Michael, and Tracy is on the boat partying. But whether that boat is now permanently in and around the docks and the coastline, that'll be interesting to see on the new gen versions. You can also see a little wind-powered sailboat there in the sea as well, which is something that is in the harbours and the marinas, whether now we can take them out.
That's it, yeah. And we did speculate as well, the fact they're saying you may take some a little firepower to get your hands on it. Both the images that they've released of the plane are kind of close to the military base.
Yeah, they're close enough.
Sort of area.
If you followed the coastline round from the military base, you'd get to the pier. It would be flying in that direction on the screenshot as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And obviously the bridge over Lake Zancudo is also the river.
Yeah, is sort of leading towards it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, possibly you might have to go somewhere near there initially, at least, to unlock it and get your hands on it.
So moving on to the next thing. The interesting thing with this is they're not all just going to be given to you like when you first start the game. It looks like there's going to be some form of investigation you're going to have to do to discover where all these things are. I'm sure it won't take that long before they're all over the internet and everyone says where they all are. But it's nice that you have to do a couple of extra challenges to go and get these things.
Sure.
So next we've got the Juco Death, which is a GTA classic. I think it's based on a sort of Mad Max style car.
Yeah, it looks like it's quite heavily armoured.
And it says, when you first stumble upon this near indestructible mayhem machine, trouble will follow. Deal with it judiciously, and the beauty is all yours. So this, from the screenshot, looks like it could be around sort of the Sandy Shores area. Yeah. Probably like where the Lost hang out, that kind of situation.
Exactly. And I mean, the kind of look of it as well does have that kind of Lost MC style to it. So yeah, maybe it's something you have to steal from them, or at least from that area.
Yeah, it says when you find it, trouble follows in another one of the posts. So again, something else that you're going to have to probably deal with a few bad guys before you get your hands on that. Moving on to a more interesting thing now, and there's a new murder mystery thing to follow along with. You play this as Michael, and if you follow the trail of cryptic clues, you can unravel a grisly murder mystery. Now, we've seen hints of this already in the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions with
the Leonora Davis, is it? The letters you have to find.
Yeah.
And
also obviously the Infinite 8 mystery.
Exactly,
which was another kind of thing that everyone went following around. This is more of a story-based thing where you play as Michael, you go and investigate things, but for doing it, you unlock 2 noir style filters for the gameplay and Snapmatic stuff. Yeah. So that's quite nice.
Yeah, and so definitely from the screens that we've seen for this, it looks like it's something that's based around the film industry. Yeah. So whether it's you have to do some investigating on the film lots and then maybe take it further from there.
Cool. Weapons as well.
Yeah.
A couple of new weapons coming in. The first of which is a high-powered, high-velocity railgun, which is a piece of experimental military technology and has its own set of shooting range challenges at your local ammunition.
And looks pretty brutal, that. It's pretty hefty.
Yeah, it looks pretty special. So, it says the futuristic new railgun unloads powerful rounds of explosive ammunition upon foes. I think the interesting thing here, something that you said when we were sitting down to do this, Troph, was the words experimental military technology and where that might come from.
Exactly. So, I mean, obviously, harking back to San Andreas, the experimental military technology in that was the jetpack that you had that you had to break into the military base to steal. So whether there's maybe something similar with this, that you have to break into the military base or get access to it somehow through there to unlock it. But then at the same time, the fact that there's shooting range challenges, etc., and the ammunition, maybe possibly it's something. It seems like maybe not the sort of weapon you just walk into an ammunition and purchase.
No.
But
no, I think you might have to find this. And wouldn't it be great if the secret elevator in Fort Zancudo was working in the PS4 and Xbox One versions? Like it was actually there for something.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's where you get the gun from. We will find out in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
You also get to hack or slash foes up with the personal brutal hatchet melee weapon, which is looks quite brutal.
Yeah, there's a small picture of Trevor there, sort of wielding the axe, which I mean, obviously with the collector's or the special edition current version, you got a hammer melee weapon. This is obviously another kind of close quarters brutal weapon that you can use for combat as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. There's also a new wildlife challenge, which you do as Franklin.
Yeah.
Los Santos tourist board needs you to go and document some pictures. So you go catalogue unique animal species which are scattered around the map to unlock the special Kraken sub.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty special.
Yeah, another submarine is always good to have one of those to go exploring under the sea. So
this is something you do as Franklin. You'll do it on your phone. There's a new wildlife photography challenge. You have to go around, find the new species. We know there's going to be quite a lot of new species.
I was going to say, it'd be quite nice that as well, because obviously with all I guess part of the reason they've done that is to kind of showcase all the new animals that they've put into the game, and it's kind of quite a nice way of doing that, but also giving you a sort of a mission to do around it. Yeah,
that's cool. There were also some new stock car races. Which, if you win them, you get unique custom muscle cars adorned with logos from some of the companies that made this country great.
I've got a picture there of Redwood cigarettes, and that is, and there's the burger shot in the background as well.
Yeah, nice. This is the stock car racing track, which is under construction in the current version.
It looks like it, yeah. So I mean, from the pictures you said before, it looks like it's a fully formed actual track. There, it's got the sort of bits around the edge of the track to it's like a proper racing circuit.
Got like the curved bumpers and things.
Yeah, so but yeah, they and in the other image we've got the satellites in the background, and there is a large construction area there in the current version. So yeah, that'd be quite a nice touch as well if that was kind of construction completed in the new version.
Yeah,
that's where you could do your racing. So.
We also know there's quite a lot of other things under construction in the current gen version of the game. The casino, most notably.
Oh, yes, of course.
Maybe that will come in time for Christmas. We don't know. And there's also obviously the Mile High Club, whether that will ever get finished.
Exactly. Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting to have a explore around the city in the new version and see what's changed and what's been completed. So.
Yeah. Moving on, there's extra things. There are monkey mosaics now. A street artist has been going around the city, tagging lots of monkey mosaics onto things. You have to find them, photograph them, and then you'll earn some new monkey outfits which are available to all players, and a special go-go monkey ballista.
Yeah, so again, it's another set of collectibles to find within the world there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to go around tracking those down, and also again bringing the camera element more into play in this version to actually snap those and to collect them.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff around in the old gen versions of the game, the PS3 and 361, which are just really nice things, but they don't really do anything. It's nice now to have something that you can go and look, find all the tags, get pictures of them, and then dress up as a monkey.
Of course.
Which is good.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Couple of extra things. I think there's about 2 left. One of them is a blimp, which is now faster and more manoeuvrable than the current blimp. This is the Zero blimp. I think you can take to the skies with this fast and manoeuvrable blimp. There's not really any information about where this will be.
Whether it will be like because the blimp I think again was an exclusive pre-order thing, and in the previous versions, I think with that you could go on your phone and call it in. So whether it be something like that or whether it'll be a fixed point, because I think there was the race track behind the casino was another location you could go and collect it from.
That's true.
There may well be a specific point you can go and get it, maybe the airport or something. Who knows?
Yeah, well we'll have to wait and see, but it's not long. And finally, there's the Marshall monster truck, which looks
a beast.
Yes, definitely like a beast. Few objects are an obstacle for the intimidating Marshall. We know that he basically goes over anything. It looks a lot like the Liberator that we got in the Independence Day DLC with all the American flags on it, but this is more of a toned down version with just one small flag in the back. And also there will be a bounty of content for all players, new and returning to discover, including a fleet of classic GTA vehicles and a few more surprises that Rockstar have got planned that you'll have to discover for yourself come game day. Now, on top of this, there was also a very brief Q&A on the Newswire. Now, so some interesting things to point out in here that we're just going to go through just in case you missed it. Now, the exclusive in-game content that was originally on the PS3 and Xbox 360 special editions or collection editions, the question was, will you be able to access that on your PS4, Xbox One and PC? And the answer is, Trove,
yes.
Yes, excellent.
And sort of more, it's a good that if you've got any of those things on your current save game, when you transfer it over, then you will get those items. But they've also said that any of those special items that you might have missed out on the first time around, if you didn't get the special edition or collector's edition, you can purchase those in game and have access to them. So even if you missed out on it the first time, it will be available to everyone. That's
great, because I think you also, for pre-ordering, get £500,000 GTA dollars for the single player and £500,000 for the online. Making a total of $1 million. So that's something to spend your money on if you want to. The next question is, can you only make the GTA Online character progress transfer once? So if you've got your existing character on a PS3 or 360, can I change that over more than once to my PS4?
It was an interest. I mean, this was a question that I was considering as well, because obviously I want to transfer my character over, but at the same time I'm pretty close to the Platinum Trophy. And I don't want to sort of lose out on my PS3 version as well. So the good news is you can do the transfer. You can only do the transfer once. So at whatever point you select to do that transfer, it'll kind of take your character at that point, import it into the new game, and then that will be fixed. But once you've done that, you can still go back to your PS3 or your Xbox 360 version and carry on playing that online, and that will be unaffected. But obviously any further progress that you make on PS3 or Xbox 360 won't be carried over to your new character. That'll be kind of fixed at the point you transferred it. But it's good. You can have both of them on the go at once.
That's good, yeah. So you transfer your stuff to the new system, it moves everything across, but the old one is still there
Still available.
if you want to just play it, but it won't update your new one. If
Yeah.
you do stuff on the PS3, it won't update to the PS4.
That's it.
That's good. It's good to know. Will my created jobs transfer over to the new systems? That's a nice easy one. Yes. Obviously, everything will move over apart from leaderboards and things like that. Will have to go onto the new generation of things.
Yeah,
so if you have created jobs, you'll have a PS3 leaderboard and then a PS4 leaderboard.
Yeah.
And finally, will 30-person GTA Online sessions include competitive modes such as races and death matches? I think we've covered this before. It's good to have confirmation from Rockstar. The answer is
yes.
yes, they will. Yes, the new GTA Online will support 30 players, not just in free roam, but in competitive modes as well, unless you've designed a job that is for less people. So everyone is looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty.
30-player
I was going to
races.
say that's going to be pretty crazy with some of those. I mean, whether that extends to races as well, when you have potentially 30 cars.
Yeah.
And then they say that you can't. So potentially 30 car races is going to be pretty crazy. And even like a 15v15 team deathmatch, or even a 30-player deathmatch,
30-player
free for all. That's going to be crazy. So yeah, definitely be interesting to see what happens with that.
Alright, so that is all the exclusive content for returning players to PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game, which is out in 3 weeks' time.
3 weeks.
That's very exciting. Let's just move on now to a couple of little things before we go. Definitely want to stay till the end, though. GTA San Andreas on 360 has come out as predicted last week on the show.
Exactly,
we went through the list of achievements and things.
Yeah, it was quite a quick turnaround for that, really. The achievements surfaced last week, and it was Monday, I think, Sunday or Monday, the actual game got released. So yeah, it's out there on 360 now,
and it's £2.99.
£2.99. Yeah, that's an absolute bargain.
I guess that's around what, $5 for our American friends,
something like that. So.
Which is well cheap. You played it a bit, Trove?
I did have a little go on it. Yeah, it holds up pretty well. I mean, obviously, the visuals aren't going to compare with GTA 5, even on current gen, but last gen, so I say previous gen,
old gen,
the 360 and PS3 gen. But it still is. It sort of it scrubs up quite nicely actually, and there's a lot of options in there. So you can have the original control scheme, or you can have like a more up-to-date GTA control scheme, and there's a lot more stuff you can do with the camera control and things like that as well. So yeah, it holds up pretty well.
Great. Well, you can see footage of it on screen right now, and it's definitely worth going and checking out for £2.99.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd be mad not to. Really,
and it's a nice bit of nostalgia for playing GTA 5 as well. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still holding out for a PS3, PSN version of it. I think. Like nothing's been said about a PlayStation version yet, but the fact that the PlayStation Classic version has been pulled off the store, just like the Xbox Classic was, that to me would suggest there's something definitely in the pipeline.
Gotta hope it's on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about the PlayStation 4 version of GTA 5, it is on the store now, on the PSN, available to pre-order. The pre-order details are all up there. There's like 3 pages of different things.
Yeah.
You've got some quick details on
you
you
probably see this sort of whizzing past on the screen now. It's $54.99 to pre-order it. The details we've already touched on: the 1 million GTA dollars, 500 in the single player, 500 online. A PlayStation Store exclusive. If you pre-order the digital version before the 3rd of November, you get an extra 300,000 GTA dollars to use online on top of the $500,000.
It's $700,000. That's worth doing then.
$800,000.
Good. Yeah. Good maths.
Thank you. So yeah, that would definitely buy you a lot of hardware, and like straight away you'd be able to get like a nice apartment, decent vehicles, and get yourself tooled up. So
when's that? The 3rd of November.
So pre-order by the 3rd of November for that.
Basically got a week to do that, I think.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
And then
That's it. And then the stuff we've already talked about, all the exclusive content, the new vehicles, collectibles, weapons, all of that stuff, and the transferring of your GTA Online character. Again, we've already touched on it. It's confirmed in the sort of small print, if you go into it, that it's going to be online, it's going to be between 2 and 30 players, which we've just talked about. It's got remote play compatibility on PS4 and Vita, so you could sit and play on your Vita if you wanted to.
That's good. And one thing it does say in there, now this hasn't been confirmed officially by Rockstar, I don't think, but in the details, the screen resolutions, it says it supports 720, 1080i and 1080p.
Yeah.
In what capacity that is, we don't know. Like, the game may or may not run in it. I mean, it could be, it could not be. We just don't know right now. We will wait for Rockstar to confirm it, but it's interesting to see it there in the details. It could just be a generic piece of text that goes into everything. So don't read into that too much. But it's there if you want to go and look at it.
Yeah.
And finally, on to what we've got coming up in the next few weeks. Obviously, the game's out soon. But next week, we're working on something very, very cool for you guys. It's definitely worth tuning in. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on our Twitter at GTA Video Clock and Facebook at facebook.com/GTA Video Clock, because next week's show may not be at the same time or on the same day. Can't say anything more than that, but keep a look on our Twitter account and we will update you to when next week's show is going out, and it'll definitely be worth tuning in for.
Yeah.
So we will see you all next week. Hope you've enjoyed this week's show. Thank you for coming along, Troph.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll all get back together next week, and we'll have
the gang back together.
Yeah, and that'll be great.
For one last job.
So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.